Good morning, Saturday Academy. How are you? Can someone say hello? Good morning. Good morning. I hope everyone is doing well. Thank you for waking up and spending your Saturday with me. Today, guys, it is Saturday, April 10th of 2021. It is exactly 9:01. Thank you to the 10 of you that decided to show up. I would like to shout out Kayla, Juliana, Stephen M., Dwight, Angie, Justin, Christian, Santos, Remeses, Boris, and Gigi. Thank you to the 11 of you that decided to come, 12 now, Chidozi. All right, so today what we're going to do is in Saturday school, folks, we are going to review box and whisker dot plots. We are going to review line plots, dot plots, and statistics. That is what we're going to be do today. All right, so I am going to need a screenshot taker. So who would like to take the screenshots for me? I need someone to do it super quick because I'm going to speed through the work so you can do your exit ticket and work on iReady. Who would like to be that person? We got a few more people coming in. Who would like to take my pictures today? Because if not, I'm going to pick somebody. I have somebody in mind. Hey, Tori. Tori or Angie, would any one of you ladies like to take screenshots for me because you're pretty quick about posting them? Okay, Tori, type your name in the chat. So Tori's going to be the screenshot person. And who would like to read my learning target? Haley, I need a camera on when you get a moment, please. Chidozi, can you read the learning target for us? Can you type your name in the chat and put Chidozi equals LT for learning target, sir? All right, now we're at 18 folks. I need all cameras on, all right? I see 2 cameras off. This will be the last time. I'm gonna ask for you to turn your camera on, 3 cameras off. And thank you, Yerlin. I'm just waiting on 2 cameras to be turned on, and I need them on at all times. If I do not see your face, I'm gonna have to remove you from the class. Those are the school policies, okay? Just a reminder, this is the last reminder. You guys are pretty good, so let's get the show on the road. We got Tori taking screenshots, and we got Chidozi reading the learning target. Again, all your notes were posted yesterday. They are in your Saturday School Academy Google Classroom. In order to get credit today for Saturday school, I must have those notes on Cami. On Cami. Okay? So let's get the show on the road. I'm going to show you where you can find everything. Can you guys see my purple flower? Somebody talk to me.
No, I can't see your purple flower. No, I can.
Yeah, okay. So Anaya in heaven. Okay, can everyone see my Saturday school thing here?
Yeah.
All right, and so class would start in 4 minutes. Okay, I'm gonna come. All right, so I posted your notes here where it says weekly Saturday notes, and I posted today's exit ticket. So you're gonna click on this. I'm gonna do it on my end. You're gonna copy me. You're gonna click on this assignment. You're gonna hit open with Cami, like me. Okay, I made some adjustments, so you just have to make the adjustments when we get there. Okay, Saturday, April 10th of 2021, we are going to review statistics, Standard 6 SP3 and Standard 6 SP4, which deals with box and whisker plots, line plots, and dot plots. That is what we're going to review today. And we're going to review mean, median, mode, and range today. So, without further ado, take it away, Learning Target Assistant.
Learning target. I can create, instruct, and interpret dot plots and line plots from the data presented. And do I read the rest?
You're going to read all the way up to number 4.
All right. In today's scholars, we will use data to make dot plots, line plots, and box and whisker plots. Graphs are a way to show data. A dot plot is like a line plot, but with dots instead of X's. It is a visual display on how data is presented. A. A line plot uses x's to represent data. A line plot is read the same way as a dot plot. The steps on creating a dot plot. Number 1, draw a number line. Number 2, label the number line based on the data. Number 3, write the title below the number line. Number 4, place one dot above each number until all numbers from the data set are shown.
So Tridozi, you did a great job. We have another page to read. So again, a dot plot represents a dot. Each dot above the number tells me how many times I see it. And when you do a line plot, you do an X for the same procedure. Now, when we move on to box and whisker plots, can you read that learning target for me, sir?
I can create, construct, and interpret box and whisker plots from the data presented. Today, scholars, we will use data to make a box and whisker plot, also known as box plot. Box and whisker plot.
I cannot. I put the silent button right here. Why not?
Box and whisker plot is a display that shows how the values in a data set are distributed or spread out. To make a box and whisker plot, first find the values, then create the plot. Maximum, the greatest/highest value. Minimum, the least or lowest value. Lower quartile, the median of the lower half of the data. Upper quartile, the median or upper half of the data. Interquartile range, IQR, is the difference of the upper quartile and the lower quartile.
Does it keep going?
All right.
Doing awesome.
Steps to create a box and a whisker plot. Number 1, order the data from least to greatest. Number 2, find the minimum data. Number 3, find the maximum data. Number 4, find the lower quartile. Number 5, find the upper quartile. Number 6, find the median. Number 7, connect the median to make a box. Number 8, label the box and the whisker plot.
Awesome. Thank you, Tridozi. So everybody should have their Cami opened because you should be typing the notes as I do it. That's the whole point, right? Here's just an example. So let's look at this, Tridozi, because you did a really great job. I'm just going to kind of actually call on you because I like how you read it. You read it at a nice pace, nice and tranquil. So the 55, Tridozi, right, would be what? What would this be on the box and whisker plot? Is that the minimum or the maximum?
A minimum.
Good. Someone else is trying to come in every time I write, right? Which means if this is the minimum, which number would be the maximum?
95.
And why is 95 the maximum?
Because it's the highest number on the number line.
Awesome. Remember that, folks, what Chidozi just said? So this would be your, I'm just reviewing because, you know, sometimes when we don't do something, we need a refresher, right, Chidozi? All right, Chidozi, now the Q1 would be your quartile 1. So your Q1 is going to be the first line. Remember, the Q1, 2, and 3 are your lines. So the 65 is the what?
The 65 is the Q1.
Which is the lower quartile. Which means the 75, which is going to be this red line, is what number?
Is Q2.
Which is what number? Perfect.
The second quartile.
And then the third line, which is going to be in green, right? Again, they already made this from the data, right, Chidozi?
Mm-hmm.
Is what?
The Q3.
Okay. It's just a little refresher. Maybe that rings a bell. Maybe you're like, oh yeah, now I remember what they're talking about. All right, so let's look at the first one. Chidozi, can you read the first problem?
The New York Yankees scored the following number of home runs in its games for the past several weeks. 4, 4, 6, 1, 2, 4, 1, 2, 5, 3, 3, 5, 4, 2.
Okay.
A. Use the data to make a dot plot.
So let's look at this. Okay, so let's look at the data. How many 4s do you see?
I see 3.
Mm,
4.
okay, good. Let's try this again. How many 1s do you see? Let's start with the 1s. That might be easier. Now I think about it.
2.
2. So it says make a dot plot. So do we put dots or X's, Chidozi?
Dots.
How many dots above 1?
2.
Awesome. Everyone see those dots? Okay. Talk to me about 2 now, Chidozi.
1, 2, 3.
So how many dots, sir?
3 dots.
Awesome. Okay, keep going. You got this. Do 3 for us.
3, 1, 2.
So what
2.
goes- 2 what?
And 2 dots.
Good. Keep going.
4 dots.
Continue.
2 dots for 5.
And the last one? How many?
1 dot for 6.
You sure about that?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, that's a line. That's a dot plot. Okay, so I'm going to label this dot plot. Now, Chidozi, I want to know how many games did the Yankees play? So how many games did they play? So what's the total number? How do we find the total number?
Do we add the dots?
Good. So how many are there?
14.
Okay, can you give me a sentence? There are
14 games that the Yankees played.
Good. By the way, that's my favorite team. That's why it's in here. I don't know who else is a Yankee fan, but you know. All right. Next, what does the next part of the question say? It says identify the value with the greatest frequency. So what is another way of asking that? What is that saying?
Which number has the most dots?
Yeah, so we're looking for, when they say the word greatest frequency, we are looking for the mode.
Mm-hmm.
So talk to us. Looking at your line plot is what?
Is 4.
So the mode or the greatest frequency is what number?
4.
Because
Because it has the most dots.
which was how much?
And 4.
Everyone see that? There is how you would earn full credit. Oh, it said add the dots, not add the dot. It should say add the dots. Let me get the English correct here. All right, so my screenshot person was Tori Kemble. Tori is taking that. That is the first question. Again, how I got the number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 came from the box in green, which is the data numbers. And anytime I see the number, I put a dot. 1 dot shows me 1 number. Hence, that's why there's 2 dots on 1, 3 dots on 2, 3 dots on 2, 2 dots on 3. There's 4 dots on 4, 2 dots on 5, and 1 dot on 6. And then using that, we either can count the dots or count the numbers to figure out the total number. And Chidozi did it perfectly. He said, well, the greatest frequency means the mode. So that means the number that shows up the most, which clearly here is 4. If you understand problem 1, I need a yes in the chat, please. I need some time to write. Okay. No worries, Chidozi. So what's going to happen is this is going to be posted in your Saturday School Academy. So if you don't get to finish the notes now, I know you have to go to ELA. You can do it right after ELA is over, sir. Okay? I hope that answers your question, kiddo. Let's see what you're writing. Okay, I need some more yeses. I only got about maybe 10. It's a light class today. There's only 26 of us. Maybe more will come. All right. Problem number 2. Lorena, can you please read me problem number 2? I would like to hear from you on this Saturday morning. Lorena? Noel De La Rosa, please read me problem 2. Going once.
19 students complete a survey after watching the Avengers Endgame movie. Each score describes 0, completely dislike the movies, and 6, completely love the movie. The survey scores 0, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 4, 4, 4, 4, 5, 5, 5, 6, 6. Answer questions A and B.
What do they say? Noel, what does it
A. Create a dot plot and a line plot. B. What are some observations that can be made from the data display?
Mhm. So, okay, so Noel, what I'm going to do is you're going to answer this entire question. You're going to answer part A, and then we're going to have some people help. So how many zeros do you see with the green box, kiddo?
0,
How many zeros are there?
1,
One. So I'm going to make one dot, and for a line plot, I make a X.
X. Yeah.
Okay, talk to me about how many ones do you see?
I see 1, 1.
So one dot and one X. Everyone with me? Talk to me about two, sir.
I see 2 2s.
So how many dots?
2,
How many X's?
2,
Right, I'm trying to kill two birds in one stone, right? To speed this up a bit. How many threes do you see, sir?
6 3s.
So how many dots?
6,
How many X's?
6.
Everyone see what he's doing? Whatever number you get down, that's the other number for the X's for the line plot. That's 3, 4, 5, and 6, folks. Okay, number 4. How many 4s do we see, folks?
4 4s.
So how many dots?
4,
And how many X's?
4.
This is what I need to see. If you don't have number lines with them labeled, you will not get credit. I will give you until after ELA is done. I think the due date said 10, but I will extend it until 12. How many 5s are there?
3 5s.
So what does that mean?
You put 3 dots and you put 3 X's.
Beautiful. I hope you're writing this down, or maybe after ELA. And last but not least, lovely 6. How many 6s are there?
2 6s. So you put 2 dots on the dot plot and you put 2 X's on the line plot.
Everyone see what Noel just did here. Now, this is part A. I'm going to label this. You have to label this part A as an apple. Part B says, what are some observations that you noticed? It says, what are some observations? So I'm just going to set it up. Observations from the line and dot plot. Who can give me something that they notice? What is something that you see here? Oh, we forgot to put the title. I'm so sorry. But we're gonna call this, this is the title. We're gonna title this here. We're gonna just write it here. The title is going to be the Avengers Endgame movie rating. Endgame movie rating. Okay? Usually we put that at the bottom, but we don't have space right now. And on the first one, okay. So who can tell me something that they noticed? Noel, anything that you noticed about these two? Anything same, different? What do you see?
If you like flip them around a little bit, if you flip like 6 to where 3 is, and then you just flip the whole thing, it goes 1 2 3 4 and then 5. I mean 6, but there's no 5 though.
Oh, I get what you're saying.
So flip 3 to 6 around, and then I'll go 1 2 3 4 6.
Oh, okay. So what else do you notice? Talk to me about, that's great. That's a great finding. What else do you see here? Anything about mode stick out to you? What do you notice? Type
There's there's a lot of wands and tools, but
What else do we notice? Is the data the same, whether it's a line plot or a dot plot?
Yeah, they both have the same. Is this the data is the same from dot plot and line plot?
Okay, what else do we notice? Somebody wrote in there 3 was the mode. 3 is the mode in both plots. Let's see if we can find maybe one more noticing. Let's see what's in the chat. Oh, my computer. I'm sorry, Anaya. Anyone else have anything else besides 3 being the same? I mean, the mode. They both have the same data graphed. So we said the mode, we said what's the same. Is there any difference besides, there's one difference that I can notice. Do you know the difference I notice? Dot plots use what? What's the difference?
Dot plots use dots and line plots use X's.
Yep. There we go, something along those lines. Okay, I'm gonna give you about a minute to write all this down. And Tori is gonna be so kind enough to post this in Google, in the math, in the Saturday school Google Classroom.
I got it.
Thank you, I'm sorry, Selena was just barking, as you can hear. So what I was saying is Tori is gonna be kind enough to post this in the Saturday school Google Classroom for you. Okay, and it also will be left up on my end, so when you do go back, you can see it. All right. Tori, would you be kind enough to try problem 3 for us, young lady?
Okay. Susan makes bracelets from glass beads and sells them online. She charged between $5 and $12 for each bracelet, depending on its size and the style. The line plot below shows how much they have received for each bracelet sold this week. Number 1, how many $5 bracelets did Susan sell this week? She sold...
It's a little hard to see. So let's do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So this should say, I'm gonna write the number on top. Let's listen. This should say 8. How many $6? 0. It's a little hard to see. I'm gonna fill it in for you. I'm sorry, that was my mistake. This will help you out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 for $10. Does that help, Tori?
Yes.
3 and 1. Okay, now you can use the dot plots and make sure you put these numbers on your paper. Now you can answer the questions, Tori.
How many $5 bracelets did Susan sell this week? She sold 8 $5 bracelets.
Okay.
How much money did Susan earn on the $5 bracelets?
If each one's $5,
$40,
how'd you get that?
because 5 times 8 is 40.
Good. Keep going.
How many $11 bracelets did Susan sell this week? 3.
How many 11? 3? You didn't let them catch you. I thought you were gonna say something else. Go ahead.
How much money did Susan earn on $11 bracelets alone? She would earn $33.
How'd you get that?
Because 11 times 3 equals 33.
Perfect. Does everyone see what she's doing? Unless a few more questions.
How much money did Susan earn on $9 bracelets? $18.
Can you please?
Because 9 times 2 equals 18.
Excellent. Keep going.
Can you please scroll down a bit? How many bracelets did Susan sell in all?
So in all, we have to find the what?
The total
And how do we do that? What operation?
addition.
So what are we going to add?
8 plus 2 plus 7 plus 3 plus 1.
So when you add those numbers up, guys, as Tori tells you, 8 plus 2 plus 7 plus 3 plus 1. What do we arrive at? Chidozi
21.
says 21. 21, thanks, Chidozi. 21 what?
21 bracelets.
Anyone have any questions? This is pretty straightforward, right? And the last question, Tori?
How much money did Susan earn this week?
All right, so this is tricky. We have to add up all the costs of every bracelet. So 5 times 8 is how much money? This is for the $5.
40.
40.
Okay, now how much was the $9? 9 times,
2, 18.
okay, plus 10 times 7,
70.
and then,
Plus
mhm,
33.
and then for the $12, it's 1, so it's $12. Now, what is 40 plus 18 plus 70 plus 33 plus 14? So we're going to add again. How she got the numbers is each X shows $5. There's 8 of them. 5 times 8 is 40. For $9, there's 2 X's. Each one's 9. 9 times 2, she got 18. For 10, there are 7 X's. $10 is 1 times 7 altogether give us 70. 11, there are 3 of them. 11 times 3 is 33, folks. And 12 times 1 is 12. Now, Tori, whenever you're ready, tell us the grand total of money that Susan earned this week.
$173.
$173 is what she earns. Equals. So she earned $173 is her earnings. Now, so I'm just going to be very straightforward with you all. I expect to see the numbers that I wrote in purple on your on your line plot. Okay, because then it shows that you paid attention when we reviewed what these X's meant. So Tori will be kind enough to screenshot problem 3 for you all. In the Saturday school, everyone has access to see it.
It's posted.
Awesome. Okay, problem number 4, we're going to make a line plot. So, Angie, can you do this for me? How are we going to count on the number scale? These are the numbers in blue. I want you to use the numbers in blue because you can't really do a line plot with the numbers that were there. So these are the new numbers that I wrote in blue. You might want to put a line through it like I did and rewrite the numbers. So there's 2 Angies in here. I should be more specific. Angie A. So we have 60.
Yeah, and then
So we should count for, I'll help you out on this part. We'll count by 5s on the number line. And then you can take it away from here. We want to create a line plot. So we're putting dots or X's?
X's.
Okay. So how many 60s? Let's go in order. How many 60s do you see in this data?
2.
Okay. Very simple, right? 65s.
There are 2 65s.
So how many dots?
Shouldn't it be X's?
Oh, yes, you're right. I'm so sorry. Thank you. Good correction. Thank you, Angie. I don't know why I thought dots. So 65 was how many X's? I'm sorry.
2 X's.
Yep. Thank you. Who else is coming in? 9.
And then 1 X for 70.
Okay.
And then 4 X's for 75.
1, 2, 3,
4 X's for 80. And
You said
no,
4.
for 85.
So you said 4 for 80? Did I hear you right?
Yeah.
And then any 85s?
No.
Why?
Because there are no 85s shown there.
Good. And then you said how many for 90?
2.
Okay. And then it says, describe one thing that you discovered from the plot. And it says, one thing I discovered from the line plot is, what did you notice? There's a lot of answers. What's something you noticed?
Is that
Somebody said the mode. She's not 100% correct. She missed something. How many modes are there?
there?
Thank you, Anaya corrected it. The mode is the number that shows up, huh? So Angie, how many, mode is the number that shows up the most, right?
Yeah.
So what are the 2 modes?
65. No. Yeah, 75 and 80.
Good, because each one shows up how many times?
4 times.
Right, thank you. Okay. You could have wrote something else, but this to me is what stood out. And I would have also said that there are no 85s in the data. You know, somebody might say there's 170, there's 260s and 265s, you know, something like that is fine. There's more than one answer. Okay, so let me just go back up so Tori can get the problem number. This was problem 4. Again, this is here, so if you need to go back, you can open up mine and you can actually see what I did. But let me repeat, if you copy and paste this and screenshot it, you're not gonna get credit. You need to do your own notes to practice your skills. All right, let's do problem 5. I crossed out some numbers again on problem 5 just to make it easier. So, Isaiah, can you please read us problem 5 where it says, in the airline training program, sir?
What do you need me to read again?
Can you see my screen?
Yeah.
Can you please read the words in an airline training program?
In an airline training program, the students are given a test in which they are given a set of tasks, and the time it takes them to complete the task is measured. The following is a list of time in seconds for a group of new trainees.
So what are we gonna make, a dot plot or a line plot?
A dot plot.
Okay, so you're gonna do this one. How many 70s are there?
There is 170.
So how many dots go?
1.
Okay, talk to me about 71s. How many 71s are there?
3.
Okay, move on. 72,
1.
73,
1.
74, kiddo.
2.
2, bam, bam. 75,
75. 1.
76, are there any?
Mm-mm.
So 77, how many?
1.
Are there any 78s?
Yeah.
There are, no. 79s
1.
and 80s.
1.
Okay, let me just change the color scheme-ish over here. So then there is 1. I'm gonna make that actually a pink so it stands out a little bit more. Now, we're gonna find the mean, median, mode, and range. But before we do that, we need to come up with a title. So what should we title this? Airline what? Airline training program or something? Maybe something like that, right? So I'm gonna need somebody else. Tori, how do we find the mean? Do you remember?
We find the mean by adding up all the numbers and then dividing it by the amount of numbers there.
Good, so we're gonna add 70, then what? How many 71s?
3,
Keep going. 72s?
72, then 73, then 74 and 74, then 75.
77, 79, and 80. Who can give me the sum of that? What's the sum? What's the sum? That means add them up.
Okay.
Anybody have the sum yet? Mariama, get ready. You're doing the next one. Anybody? Have you gotten with something to her?
I'm just using the calculator.
Okay. If you have an answer for the sum, type it in the chat and we'll compare answers once Tori gets it to see if we agree or disagree with her. So I'm gonna write what I got in the chat. That's what I got. Again, I could be right, I could be wrong. So I'm the only one that got something?
I'm calculating it now.
Awesome. Type whatever you get in your calculator in the chat.
I got 887.
Okay. And how many scores are there? What are we going to divide by? There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, Tori. And when you do that, what does the mean equal? 8. Huh?
73.91.
Yep. 73.91 about. Now, let's go find the mode. Mariama, what's the mode? What's the definition of mode? Help her out, Tori, Christian, Gigi, somebody.
Is the number that shows up the most.
Good. So which number or numbers show up the most in this dot, in this line plot? Look at it. Which number shows up the most? 71. Why is it 71, Tori?
Because 71 shows up 3 times.
Good. Okay, let's do the range. How do we find the range? What from what? The highest minus the?
The lowest.
Good. Range. We're going to do the highest minus the lowest. And what is the highest score in this data set?
80.
And what's the lowest?
70.
So 80 minus 70 gives me what?
10.
Okay, now, how do we find the median? How do we put the numbers?
We have to find the pairs.
Good. Put them in order from least to greatest, which we already did here. So I'm just going to copy these here. That way I don't have to rewrite them. Now, you're going to find the pairs. So Tori, I'm going to use light blue. So 70 gets paired with what?
80. 71 with 79. 71 with 77. 71 with 75. 72 with 74. And 73 and 74 are the middle numbers.
So what do we do when we have two middle numbers?
We have to add them together and then divide them by 2.
Okay, so what's 73 plus 74? That's pretty straightforward.
And then 147
divided by 2 is 73 point.
73.5.
Awesome. Please make sure you screenshot this, Tori, and post it for your classmates to see. I'm just gonna make it a little smaller so you can get the whole problem. Excuse me, you can get whole problem. It's a little small. There you go. You can get problem 5 now. Something like that.
I got it.
Okay. Okay, everybody with us? Type yes if you understand what we're doing right now.
I got the dividing problem.
What do you mean the dividing problem? There's 2 division problems. There's the mean in purple, and then there's the median in green. So which one are you stuck on?
The green.
So do you need more time to write it, or you don't understand how she got that?
I need more time to write.
Oh, okay. You can go look at the Google Classroom. Because I want to be able to do this box and whisker plot.
Done.
Who wants to, Nia? We're going to do box and whisker plot. So the order, the data here, right? This data is already organized from least to greatest, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, so these are the numbers that are in order from least to greatest. So we're going to use this to get the information that we need in order to create the box and whisker plot, right? So step number one is order from least to greatest. I'm not sure why that's so tiny like that. We're going to order from least to greatest. Is everyone with us? Okay, now we did that. Now we got to go find the what. Starts with an M. The mean, the maximum, the what?
The minimum.
Good.
And
What is the minimum?
the lowest.
So what is the lowest number in this data?
10.
Good. What's the maximum?
50.
Okay, and then we have to find the Q1, which is, or actually the Q2. So let's go find the Q2, which is the median, right?
Yeah.
So how do we find that? Let's go use, let me see. Let's go use light blue. So 10 gets paired with, actually that's a little hard to see. Maybe like a light orange I'm gonna try. Let's see. So we're gonna use, yeah, let's try this. 10, nope, I don't know. Maybe green, let's try. Okay, so we're gonna do 10 with 50, 10 with 40, 15 with 40, 18 with 40, 20 with 40,
40, 21 with 40, 20 with 30, 25 with 30.
So what is the median?
25.
Does everyone see that? This median is 25. Yes? So that is going to be your Q2. Now, we want to go find the Q1, which is to the lower left. So we're going to use blue to go above it. Ready? I'm going to use blue dots. 10 goes with 25. So 10 goes with 25. So 10 and 25, 10 and 20, 15 and 21, and now we're left with 18 plus 20. So what do we do? 18 plus 20. 18 plus 20 is what? 38. 38 divided by 2 gives me what? What's 38 divided by 2, folks? It's 19. So now let's go do the Q3. We're going to go to the right. So we're going to go from 30 to 50. So I'm going to use red. So 30 and 50, 30 and 40, 40 and 40. Oh boy, well this is really easy. We never had a situation like this. We have 2 medians. Well, 40 plus 40 is 80, and 80 divided by 2 is 40. So here's the key. When the medians are the same, the two middle numbers, and you divide by 2, it equals itself. So it's always going to be 40 in this situation. If it was 30 and 30, it would be 30. So now we're going to go put these numbers on the dot plot. Remember, the box and whisker plots make up the minimum and the maximum. So this is the minimum. I don't like that. I'm going to use in blue. So the minimum, right, would be 10, and the maximum would be 50. So I'm going to graph those on my number line, and I'm going to fill it in. Min, M-I-N for min, and M-A-X for max. Then I'm going to go and make the lines for the Q1, Q2, Q3. So we're going to have Q1 is 19, which I'm going to say is about here. The Q2 is 25, which is in between. And then the Q3 is going to be 40. I see something in the chat. Yes, the median. That is absolutely correct. Wow, people are coming in super late. All right, 9:46. All right, so now we're going to connect the lines. And then we're going to move on to the exit ticket. I know it's a little crooked. I'm sorry about that. Okay, something like that. So this is Q1. This is your Q2. And this represents your your Q3 here. Anyone have any questions? I don't really like this line here. I'm going to fix that. Okay, I'm going to make this be a little bit better, this line. This should be up over here. So that way, when I connect the orange line, that looks a little bit better. It's a little lopsided, but you get the idea. Okay, Tori's going to be kind enough to screenshot problem 6. We're not going to do problem 7. We're going to go right to your exit ticket now.
I got it.
Okay, awesome. Okay, so if you want to do problem 7, you can. It would be extra. I'm going to write that on here. Complete for extra credit on your grade. Okay, we're going to move now into your exit ticket. So if you have the notes in, turn those in while I get the exit ticket out. Here we go. I think there's only 2 problems, 2 or 3 problems. Very simple.
Hello.
All right, exit tickets open. And let's do this. Type your class. Okay, using the box and whisker plot, select the 5 answers to make this true. Who would like to do it? Who would like to give me all these 5 answers? What is the maximum?
Maximum is 30.
Okay, maximum is 30.
The exit ticket isn't open.
Are you sure about that?
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Refresh your screen.
okay, no, there you go. Now it's open. My mistake. You're right. So number 2. Okay, here we go. So somebody talk to me. Somebody said the maximum was
30.
What's the minimum?
The minimum is 18.
What's the Q1?
The Q1 is 23.
23.
Nice. What's the median?
The median is 25.
Okay, and what is the other one that we're missing, which is the upper quartile?
29.
So you have to find the upper quartile. Scroll down and you pick 29 and you put a green check mark. Everyone see that? Those are the 5 answers. So 18, 30 for the maximum. Q1 is 23. The Q2 is 25. And the upper quartile, which is Q3, is 29. Questions? Okay, let's move on to the next one. Use the table to answer the questions below. Show all work to receive full credit. How many miles did she drive in April, which is me? I made this up. So, using the chart and information above, how many miles did Miss Canella drive in April? Type that as 2 numbers. Example, 45. How do we find the total number? How do we find the total?
Adding?
Good. It isn't. So we add. So add them up. Somebody add. Total means add. We're going to add 6 plus 7 plus 6 plus 4 plus 4 plus 8 plus 4 plus 7. Who can give me the result? What is the sum of these numbers? Thank you, Yerlin. I appreciate you. The answer is 46, as your classmate Yerlin said. 46, as you can see. She just said 46. Just put 46. Are we clear? Questions, comments, concerns, dilemmas? Okay, the answer is 46 for number 3. Number 4, using the chart and information above, what is the mode for the month of April? Christian Jimenez, which number shows up the most? Let's look. How many times do you see 4, Christian Jimenez?
3 times.
Okay, and now Christian Jimenez, how many times do you see the number 6?
2 times.
Okay, and Christian, how many times do you see the number 7?
2 times.
So out of these numbers, which color shows up the most? The blue, the green, or the red?
Red, 4.
Good, so good, you put 4. Everyone see that? Good job, Christian. Okay, last one, folks. How many points do you think you earned today? Each question's 5. If you got 0, 5, 10, or 15. Once you're done turning that in, you have 8 minutes to turn the notes in. You have plenty of time to do it. If you turn the notes in, you work on iReady for the next 8 minutes. Are we clear? Anyone want to rate this class? What about question 4? I think we just did that one. Christian did that.